Hello. Hi Puffy, hi Christy, hi Coco. You can always shower and listen while you're in the shower. I do that all the time. I listen to streams all the time while I'm in the shower. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a great day. I have been hard at work around the house, and then I took a 15-minute power nap. And now I have some orange juice, and I want to play some Ace Attorney. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right in because I really want to. Okay. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like... Is that how doofus is spelled? I thought doofus was D-O-O-F-U-S. I don't know. I suppose it's a made-up word, so, you know. Yeah. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Fay. Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. I made my title incorrectly. I have to fix it. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking about Dolly. Talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead. Alright, let's press this stuff. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Oh. Hi, Tara. Yep.
Well, Miss Fay, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen? Right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
Heard some kind of loud noise. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. No, it could have been something else. You are not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack? Aha! Could it have been Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner.
Oh.
Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Well, hang on. So, if What's-His-Face was electrocuted, right? And he was pushed by Phoenix, who was also soaking wet, then would not the water conduct and electrocute Phoenix as well?
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well... Of course it's important. This is it, Mia, the new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, the cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I, for one, am glad What's-His-Face is dead. Brutal. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella, and you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see I was wearing this sweater here? Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Umph! My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm so sorry.
I forgot he was here. Continue on with your testimony, witness.
After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition? Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime?
Nope, nobody.
I watched the VOD and yeah, she punches Grossberg every time Phoenix gets lovey-dovey about Dolly. I don't know, maybe Mia is like, ew, disgusting, affection. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer.
Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever. Yes, sir. Right now I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions. Alright, so I think... he is definitely not on his umbrella here. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. Hang on, I need to call my mother. Apologize.